Hello there and welcome back to Out of War here. We're in the hardcore Scandinavia map. So today you can see the weather is really coming in on us here on the side of this mountain. So today we really need to get some shelter up here and a little production area, of course. So I went around there before I started recording. We have two workbenches going down there for us now, as you can probably hear. So we have a whole bunch of wood planks cooking up there, so we're going to make some walls and get a little hut or house built up there at some stage. But we're basically broke, and we have a coal quest here, as you can see on the screen, that I want to get finished up here, as we're going to get a bit of a cash reward there. Let's get our lights on. It's pretty dark out here again today, so hopefully that rock truck is parked up and well aligned for me here. And it is in a decent position there. So yeah, we'll finish up this coal quest as well as get a bit more cash going here while I'm waiting for my production down there on the wood benches to kind of move along. Been a couple of days now since I ran the excavator here, so it might be a bit of a warm-up process, kind of bouncing all over here. I think I would serve myself well to maybe get out there and give myself a bit of a flatter surface. Now in my other playthrough there in the Arctic winter, I'm using a whole bunch of concrete floors and things like that to kind of keep everything aligned well and keep myself going in a straight line. But out here in Scandinavia, I think I want to refrain from that as I fall over the side of this hill here, and that's not ideal, is it? Oh my god. Yeah, so we already have a situation here, so we're else not backing up there. Let me go ahead and get this rock truck out of the way and see how this machine is going to land here. So let's go back very gently. And yeah, there's no rescuing that, unfortunately. So let's go ahead here and get our vehicle back. So as I was saying about creating a smooth platform here for me to place this machine down on, let's go ahead and try and get something a little bit more reasonable here, so we're not up on this kind of lumpy hill. It's a shame that I didn't foresee that. I kind of figured we were going to have issues, but that's okay. I'm used to learning things the hard way, that is for sure. Let's kind of dig out the side of this here just a little bit more and we can smooth it out then. Should serve us pretty well. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm using a whole bunch of floors and platforms over on my other playthrough. I think I'm going to refrain from doing that here and kind of have just dirt paths and dirt platforms. So to help myself with that, I want to kind of purchase a loader here relatively soon. It's not an immediate thing that I need right at this moment. But as we kind of dig further into this hill back up here, we're going to get higher and higher, and I'm going to want to use the bucket there on that loader to kind of keep my lower platform there, or my lower bench, you know, smooth, and keep that rock truck happy and moving along just fine. So let's get this back into position here. Can go ahead and get the lights turned on this as well, just to give ourselves a little bit more lighting up in this hill here. Okay, and let's see if we can do a little bit better this time. Just a small bit better would do, doesn't have to be perfect. Not falling off the side of the hill would be ideal, of course, but no promises. Right, let's get those lights back on there. Throw the parking brake on. I'm not sure it's going to help, but may as well say that we tried. And I can't quite remember the exact capacity of that little truck down there. I think it was about a 25-yard bucket on us, with about a 4-yard bucket on this excavator here. So we're going to be filling it relatively quickly. Getting down into the coal there, which is exactly what I need to start thinking about finishing up this quest here. And luckily enough, with this little timber flooring I have down here, we should be just the height required to clear the backside of this hopper here with that dumper. Okay, and we are in fact kind of sliding down this hill again. Let's go ahead and raise that bucket there, sunshine. Thank you. Okay, we're gonna fall off for a second time. We are. Alrighty, so let's kind of give ourselves a bit more clearance room there from the edge of this hill. We can dig just ever so slightly. Getting up there in the levels, I have a whole bunch of skill points there that I should look into spending. Give this a quick smooth there. Alrighty, let's get this machine back out. Let's try a little bit further up, but there we can go ahead and empty this truck. Bit of a tight space here. There's going to be a bit of maneuvering involved in getting this to where I want it. Yeah, so it's not an ideal setup here, as you can see. So backed into the pole twice there just to make sure that I can't do it. So we back out this way, perhaps we can kind of maneuver our way over there then. Turn it up. Alrighty, that is reasonably well lined up there now. Do my keybinds carry over? Did do, it's good. There we go, got some cash coming to us. And obviously the more we dig back into this hillside here, the easier everything will get in terms of you know, not having to fight with the machine there to get us to unload into our hopper. Alright, let's get those lights back on here. And try and keep a reasonable distance from that edge this time. Alrighty. Hopefully we can actually reach the bed of my truck there like this. It's not a full scoop, but let's go ahead and test this out. And that should do just fine. Slightly missed there, I believe. Got a little bit though. Does look like paydirt there, but it is a little bit of paydirt there, I can see actually. Speaking of paydirt, I need to go ahead and get that water pump situation solved still. But unfortunately we're broke and there's no way around it just at the moment. I've tried every combination of moving those pipes around and putting that pump in a different area, but she just does not want to work at the moment. But it's fine, we're still going to collect our gold ore there, just we'll have a slightly lesser yields than if it was optimal. Scrape this out here. Try not to go too far before my floor there if possible. And like I was saying, when we get our loader, it'll be real nice and quick to clean up all this. There won't be a whole lot of material to move. It'll be mostly just creating a path. That's the vision anyway, but we will see how it plays out. This game often doesn't go the way you envision. Or the way I envision at least. I think we can go ahead there and get one more bucket onto the back of that truck, why not? Let's be a little bit greedy about it, and I need to maneuver my machine here. We're slowly kind of slipping down there where I don't want it to be. Let's get that bucket out of the way. It's going to catch the ground while I'm reversing here. Okay, and hopefully that will be safe enough here to get ourselves another load. Let's see if I can do this without straight back into the pylon, of course. Okay, let's take a turn to the right here. Don't drive onto the hopper there, please, sir. There we go. I don't believe we missed any of that, so it's good. Let's go ahead and get ourselves one more truckload here, and then we can maybe run over there and check the coal storage. So what do we need? We need about 4,500 coal there to complete that quest. And I think the reward, so I need to move that truck, that's not an optimal position. Let's get the bed of this over alongside my bucket there. There we go. It's a little bit better. So yeah, I need to kind of cut out a pass over here so this excavator can move up and down there to the fuel tank with a relative ease. It's kind of a struggle at the moment. She is a little bit underpowered, but it's a whole lot of fun to use this machine, so I will forgive it for lacking a little bit of power. Are we over that? We are. Good. Oop. Yeah, the autosave kicking in. It is set to 30 minutes, but I ran around there for a little bit doing a bit of deforestation with my axe. Need those materials. More or less just into paydirt now by the looks of things. Let's try and get a bucket or two of coal if I can here. Was the objective. Just scraped the bottom of that hole there, but we brought up with a full load of coal there. A little bit more out here towards this wood platform, I believe I can guess. Yeah, that's good. Hopefully I can get a little bit more out this way. Couple more buckets then, and that's another full load, I would say. Get back into a little bit of pay dirt there, why not? Top this off nicely. Go ahead and move our machine back a little bit again. So the investment of this rock truck is already paying off, getting decent use out of it already. Of course, we're not really going too far with an excavator and no truck to move the material. So it was a must buy, and it's a whole lot of fun to use it, I would say. I do enjoy the aspect of the rock truck in the game. Kind of all up on my hopper there, but let's dump it anyway. Alrighty then, let's jump down here. Let me just get myself back in position there. Let's reverse it in. So that is reasonably well lined up there. Let's go ahead and check on these workbenches. So we have some beams there. We have beams and planks here. We have some walls queued up. Yeah, so we have a bit of time to wait there, but while we're doing this we can go ahead and check our storage. A little bit of gold in there, not a whole lot obviously. But our coal, yeah, we've a little bit more grinding to do there before we reach our quest objective. But what we can actually do here is grab our picks and just do a little bit of quality of life kind of work here. Let's take this edge off to make moving this truck a little bit easier there, so I'm not backing into that pylon every time. Don't want to take too much off there. I want to leave a kind of smooth dirt or coal floor here. There's nice big tires in that truck there. We shouldn't really have to do too much smoothing. I think just digging this out slightly with my axe here should do what I wanted to do basically. And that should do nicely. Let's jump up top here and get ourselves another load and test it out then. A little bit close to the edge there, but that's okay, no problem. I hope, no problem at least. Actually, we can... let's realign ourselves here real quickly. Go a little bit more over this way, so I don't miss too much dirt there. A little bit worryingly close to the edge there. But hopefully things will go our way this time. If I can be a little bit more gentle maybe. Oh. There we go. Get my bucket out of the bed of the truck there, please. And we're kind of at the maximum reach there for my bucket. Now what I'm thinking is perhaps if I get down there with the shovel and smooth out where I'm excavating now, I can just drive this rock truck straight into that channel and reverse straight back to my hopper then to make things a little bit more efficient here. Don't go crazy, please. Didn't actually think that I got a whole lot of coal this go around, but the animation on my load there is coal, so I'll take it. Got a decent amount at least. Yeah, we're kind of really at the limits there of what I can reach. Let's get one more bucket then. Can scoop a little bit of paydirt this time, why not? Bit of coal mixed in with it there. Okay, so let's go ahead and test out the theory that I want to use what I'm after excavating. There is a little kind of area for this rock truck to pull into. Make things a little bit easier, perhaps. Let's do a little bit of smoothing here then. Couple of whacks of the shovel here and we'll be good. There we go. A little bit caught up there in something, not quite sure what. Okay, and we're catching the pylon there perhaps. Yeah, it seems so. Alrighty, let's kind of get this lined up the way I want to do things. Okay, there's a pixel of dirt floating in there that I'm catching on. I'll have to go ahead and take care of that, obviously. Hopefully we won't actually miss the hopper here. Just like that, should be good. Alright, let's go ahead and take care of this here before it gives us any more problems. Now then. So let's actually work from the far side here. A whole bunch of coal in there that I want to get. If I can reach the bed of that truck from here, just about. Go ahead and kind of dig out my pipeline there. We're getting back into that coal, it's good. We're missing. That is not very good. So that's the wrong side. It's over here that I needed to clean up a little bit. Alright, let's jump into this truck here and see if we can't get it in a little bit tighter. Make things easier for the machine up top. Okay, and that should do nicely there. Get myself back up here. go. Don't do it. Okay. So I managed to slip into a hole there. Yeah, what a situation. User error, obviously. I'm not very good at this, but one way or another we're going to learn how to get pretty decent at this machine. So let's go ahead and get this set back down. Alrighty then, we can go again. So I think right here should do. Alright, let's try that one more time. Yeah, I think I really need to consider my positioning with this excavator a lot more. It's definitely user error, I'm sure. You can do this nice and smoothly and very quickly indeed, with some practice and some thoughts put into it. But I'm winging it a little bit, I must say. The main thing for right now is we are getting good full scoops of coal. Maybe digging a little bit too far down there, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and back this machine up here. We don't want any more mistakes, not in this session. So can I come back here and take a little bit off this maybe? Just a slight scoop. Not sure if I got that or missed, to be completely honest. It looked like a miss, but there isn't a big pile of dirt around my machine there, so we'll take it as a win. One more scoop then. Let's kind of get a better angle here. So let's get you here. Yeah, I'm pretty much missing there, let's be honest. So let's adjust this machine a little bit more. Thought I got that one, but I might have missed. Alrighty, that's full. It's fully overloaded. That's my beat. My visual kind of perception of what's going on there. It didn't look full to me, but it was. Alrighty, let's jump out here and get a little bit of quality of life work done while we're waiting for that material to process. I want to check that cold storage and see if we can't get this quest off my screen. A little bit of a hole around here. Let's see if we can't make that slightly better. Not really, to be honest. We can throw in another floor piece there just to clean that up whenever we have a couple of those to spare. Alrighty, so we want to get our little shelter built here so we can go ahead. We can't actually queue up anything yet, there's quite long queue times on that. We have a little bit of gold building up there. Not too bad, not too bad. We have a whole bunch of coal there, that's going to be more than enough to complete our quest here. Let's go in there to the store and get that done actually. 52k plus the little bonus we had there. And we got a level out of it, very good. Very nice indeed. So we've 95k there to play with. Now I think for the rest of this I want to kind of play around with my pipeline here and see if we can't get the water flowing to this sluice box. So if we come over here, we'll see the current placement of that water pump is just not working out. So that's a hatchet. Let's not take a hatchet to the water pump, please. Let's go ahead and pick up these pieces and see if we can't run this water line elsewhere. So let's try left actually. Now, would you like to work here? You would not. Try here, perhaps. I mean, we're just not quite understanding why it's not working is the issue. So let's pull the hatchet to my pipeline there. Let's go ahead here and try and angle you up this way. Now it's saying it wants to work there, but I can't actually reach this. We're gonna have to do a little bit of digging here. Alright, let's try and snap you in here then. Yeah, so it doesn't want to work there either. Let's put in a little angle piece on there. Bit more digging required. Alright, let's see. Oh, it just does not want to work. Okay. The frustrating thing about this is I had it working and I moved it for something and then it just stopped working. So let's see what we can do here to change this up a little bit. So let's get you coming out here. Straight piece. No. I mean, this is grass and mud. I'm really not sure why it needs to be placed in grass, snow, or dirt. So let's try. Yeah, I mean, Alright, let's get a straight piece on, then an angle piece, then another straight piece, and then my pump. No. Okay, let's just... it'd be great if I stopped using the hatchet on my equipment. So... I've discovered a new element. Beautiful. So let's get a little straight piece on here. Let's guess. Let me think. Alright, let's get an up piece then. What about here? Would you like to work here? No, okay, so we have the green text there. Now, is it actually working is the question. It is not, I mean... Interesting. Let's just pick that up there again to make sure that we have the green text. And pump will work if placed here. I mean, is it a visual bug? I'm really unsure. Maybe it's the fact that this pipeline is buried here. Let's do a little bit of digging there. Small bit more off this then, and we should have plenty of clearance for that pipe. Alrighty, let's get this put back in here then. Maybe if I remove this water refinery, but that should not be an issue really. No, it just doesn't want to work. So let's try removing this, why not? Have I enough straight pipe there to connect is the question then. This is too big, I would assume. Oh no, it is perfect. Alrighty, let's check now. Yeah, so I think it's safe to assume it's an issue with the pump itself. Actually, that doesn't fit. What am I doing? I should have looked closer at that. Do we need a 6-meter piece, in fact? Do we have? Oh, we have it, surprisingly. Or rather unsurprisingly, I've done so much wasting money. It's not a 6-meter piece. Okay, that's the wrong piece I put down. My fault. There the 6-meter is. Okay. So, let me see. Usually takes a second for the water to switch on when it is working. Now do I have a faulty, and that is snapped back in there where it should be. Do I have a faulty water pump is what I'm marking. I don't believe they're too expensive. Let's go ahead and sell that, actually, get rid of that. So water pump. Yeah, so it should work. I mean, we have the green text. If you can't tell, I'm slightly frustrated. I've put way too much time into trying to get this to work. But as we're running the excavator, I just want to get the best yield I can out of the paydirt that we're going to run. And all this pipeline here is all connected with no issues. The water refinery should not be affecting it. Alrighty, so I'm just going to assume it's a visual bug. We have the green text, there is water flowing to it. Well, there is not water flowing to it, that's the issue. But what I'm going to do here is go ahead and get rid of all this pipe and just forget that this ever happened. So I need to leave my workbenches kind of cook away there with some materials. Made not a whole lot of progress in this episode, but at least we're kind of making inroads here into running a whole bunch of material through my plant there. Definitely kind of starting to see the layout of the land. And we have a decent little bit of cash there, but I think I want to hold on to what I have for the time being and look into getting a loader, possibly the L11, but we will see how that goes. I have actually a whole bunch of skill points to spend there, so I think at the moment I'm moving down the tree here of getting reducing the costs of everything is it. So we're reducing the cost of vehicles by going down this tree. So that will most definitely help out. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there for now. Cheers for watching. I do appreciate that. All the best to you.